What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages? This is That PlayStation Gamer. Today, we're talking about Twisted Metal Season 2, and yes, it's officially wrapped up Season 2, and I gotta say, it was definitely better than The Last of Us Season 2. Granted, that's not by saying much. Mostly because The Last of Us Season 2 is, to put it best, dookie water. It's just like, I can't even stomach even knowing the fact I actually bought it digitally, but that's a whole different thing. But Twisted Metal Season 2, actually a pretty damn good show. And guess what? Surprisingly enough, you actually get quite a lot of car combat. Now, first off, I think this is more along the lines of what people expected a Twisted Metal show to be like. There's a lot of action. There's also some drama there, especially with a certain character known as Quiet and Mayhem. And even John Doe has some drama there with Dollface. And hell, even Sweet Tooth has a sensitive side when he's in between killing people and just really want to kill Grim, which, yes, the Grim shows up in the show. Axel gets a pretty good backstory. It's actually, from what I was told, not that much different from what the games did. So one of the few big benefits I think actually Twisted Metal, as the adaptation of Twisted Metal has over something like The Last of Us, is the fact that the Twisted Metal games don't really have a story, quote unquote. They kind of are like in a camp of like, yeah, there's a story here, but it's so loose and it's so messed up that it's like, you know what, you could do anything as long as it's close to it. And I gotta say, there was a twist here that was like, man, I know that's right out of the games. I know that's directly out of the fucking games. And I gotta be honest, it caught me off guard. And I gotta say, also, this show's well acted. Anthony, I forget how you say his last name, but he plays Falcon and the MCU. He actually does a pretty damn good job. So does Quiet and all the actors. Hell, yeah, again, kind of the highlight was, of course, Will Arnett doing Sweet Tooth's voice, but Samoa Joe doing the actual physical acting. And yet again, it was so cool, but it's like you could not tell it was two different people because they blended in so well. The one thing I think I will say, not going to big spoilers, by the way, for this video, just because I think this is actually something you should watch on your own. But the way they ended this season, I was like, yeah, there's going to be more. And I felt like the final twist they actually had, I was like, you know what? They could have saved that for next season. That would have been fine. But overall, it's not the worst. It's stuck the landing for the most part. I generally enjoyed watching the show, and I like the fact that Peacock actually would release it. The first wave would be the first 3 episodes, then 2 episodes going forward until we get to the last 3 episodes. I kind of actually prefer that kind of release schedule because, one, it makes it just easier to dissect, and also it kind of keeps the I guess you would say, it doesn't keep you, that's the best way to put this, it doesn't milk you dry. One of the things I kind of hate about subscription services is like how they release 1 episode at a time, man. It's like, dude, people are going to binge watch this shit, so give us 2 episodes. At least, then it's like we feel like we actually watched something sizable. Something, like, okay, this was at least like an hour long for, almost a movie, half of a movie. So that's personally something I prefer. Kind of wish other shows like The Last of Us would learn that. Just like, hey, I'm kind of tired of tuning in every week. I kind of want to see 2 episodes, not just 1, but that's just me. So yeah, overall, I would say Twisted Metal on Peacock is actually a very good adaptation. But yeah, calling it adaptation kind of feels weird because one thing that I think is so different about a Twisted Metal adaptation versus like an Uncharted adaptation or Horizon or God of War, is that there really isn't a story there. So you can use certain, threads from the games, but overall, it's up to, the director of where they want to take things. And I gotta be honest, this season had a lot of cool moments too. Like, there was a lot of cool character moments. There was a lot of action scenes in here that were awesome. Dude, oh my god. By the end of it, I was just like, dude, someone fucking kill Raven. Please, for the love of God. Just kill this bitch. Like, and of course, I gotta mention Calypso's actor does a phenomenal job. It's a little weird at times. It's kind of like that awkward weird. Like he does this laugh at first. It's like, oh, this is kind of intimidating. Then it's like, oh, it's kind of awkward. But then it somehow rolls back into being intimidating again. And dude, I posted a clip in a Discord chat where it just showed probably the most twisted metal scene in the show. And that's when they start the qualifiers and Rob Zombie's Dracula plays. I was like, yes, that is the definition of twisted metal. Thank you, God. Someone at the fucking studio, someone who was directed, someone who's in charge of this thing, understands what twisted metal is about. It's about action, it's about car violence, but you can throw some drama in there too. So overall, yeah, I say twisted metal is a good time. If I had to give it like a rating, I would say a B plus sounds about right, because while I do love a lot about this show, it also did feel like at times they were just a little too jokey, and sometimes they got a little too vulgar for me. Like this one scene in particular, I was like, did you really need to tell us this? Did I really need to see that? Is a better question. But overall, it's still a good show. It's a B plus, a solid B plus. It's a 7 out of 10. I definitely recommend it over something like The Last of Us Season 2 or the Halo TV series, which now I am reminded existed and I want to vomit. So excuse me. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube BS. I'm going to go vomit now because I thought about the Halo TV show.